What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you didn't watch the last video, we made 449 horsepower with the Mark III Toyota Supra on the dyno. My goal was 450. So what we're actually getting ready to do is we put a little bit more duty cycle and a heavier spring in the wastegate, and we're gonna turn this thing up just a little bit more, but we have something a little exciting. So when I initially bought the Mark III Supra, I made a deal with the previous owner, part of a negotiation tactic, that once I got the car done, he could come and drive it, because that was kind of his main vision. Well, and he is here right now. Hello! What are you looking at?
Oh, I thought I saw something inside there.
In the
Dirty old Civic right there.
See your future, some boost by Garrett?
I see a lot of horsepower, sir.
A lot of horsepower. All right guys, so this is Dakota.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hi.
Would you like to go look at the Supra?
Yeah, man, let's go take a look at it.
We could go see it. So what was our deal?
The deal was he was gonna build the car and give it back to me once it was finished, and all you guys were gonna fund the build. So thank you so much. I'm buying merch as well, so when I win the
only way anybody drives this car home is if they get some entries. But dude, he did. We actually did. Sick. We did talk about it.
We did.
You wanted to potentially buy back if I didn't do a giveaway.
Yeah, no. I mean, the car probably would have cost like $1 million based on all the work you put into it.
I mean, what do you think this thing is worth right now?
Rolling the way it sits right now.
Making the power and the stuff.
I don't know, dude. Probably like 18 with the way it sits.
Yeah, I mean there's not many. I feel like
once it's perfect.
Comparable like Mark IIIs around there. Obviously, they're not like Mark IV prices, but they're freaking sick. They're really cool.
It's got an R154. And
oh, come check out the engine bay. We got the dyno graph on the screen right behind you.
Dude, I wasn't even gonna be sad to look at it. Now I'm like really upset. This looks so good. Yeah,
the painting the bay really needed to happen.
Yeah.
What would you have done differently?
Dude, well,
let's hear it.
None of this, because like, the amount of money that this would probably have cost me. Remember that giant wastegate that was on the back? What even was that?
That's like an older style, like HKS, like replica. So it's like a 60 mil gate, and it's like a square port. Like Greddy used to have them, and HKS used to have them. It was like a really old school style of turbo. And you initially got the car from somebody in Vegas, right?
Yeah, one of my really good friends in Vegas had the car, and he was, you know, just too busy with work to get it. So he gave it to me for a really good deal, which is kind of half the reason I was able to pass it on to a really good deal to you. My initial plans, I was either gonna pull the 1J and put it in my other car, or I was going to get it done. It actually looks really good though. I am very, very happy that you got the car. I tried to get a couple people that I know to buy the car, and for the reason that I could actually kind of see what the car was gonna do, and I don't know. I mean, I really wanna make sure that when I sell a car to somebody, that I'm selling it to somebody who's at least gonna like take it further than me and like finish it. You know, the car deserves to have this kind of love put into it, and I just hope whoever wins this car actually, you know, takes good care of it, and
I hope they're gonna appreciate it. I mean, this thing is just me looking at it, I'm like, man, this thing is so sweet. But like painting the engine bay changed it completely. Obviously the Garrett turbo, the Artec turbo manifold, all that stuff. I mean, I think the turbo manifold, like 1,400 bucks. The turbo is like $2,800. Like the fuel system in here is, you know, almost $1,000. I mean, there's a lot of money, let alone the wiring specialties harness, because you bought that, what was that, like 1,300?
Yeah, it's the Pro harness too, with the CAN bus on it.
Yeah.
So you can just hook up the Bluetooth to your computer and see what's going on.
The ECU Master EMU Black. I mean, then we did the different radiator. The other one was messed up. The full custom intercooler piping, boost control. We did coolant reservoir over there. We did the power steering reservoir over there. And overall, it cleaned it up really good. 3.5-inch downpipe.
There's a battery in the back. And
it, yeah, we relocated it. And then the whole fuse box, everything that's normally right here, remember that rat's nest of wiring harness? So we put all that, tucked it behind the front fender liner. Everything is all good to go.
Is there a brace going on this? What is this?
That was actually factory underneath those covers for the electronic dampening adjustment sort of deal. Yeah, also we have a windshield coming for it. My windshield guy, he just had to order it. So we're just waiting for that to show up, and then it should be installed hopefully within the next week, or, you know, before the winter picks it up, which should be within like 2 weeks, we should know, sort of deal. But we just made 449 horsepower on the dyno with this thing. And then So I thought it would be kind of cool to go ahead and do kind of the final horsepower pull with this thing, put a little bit more duty cycle in the wastegate or in the boost controller. And then so we'll probably make a little bit over 450, and then so you could hear it, see it, feel it. And then we're gonna unstrap this off of the dyno I'll probably drive it first because I want to see what it's like. We'll toss it over to Dakota and then let him see it.
All right. Dude.
And then once we were driving it, then we'll talk about how much I negotiated off of the price in order to be able to, because it was a tactic. That's what it was. I was buying the thing and I was like, I was at this price, he was at that price. I was like, hey, if we come to my price, when it's done, you come rip it. Now that day has come.
It's
so
here. That's
right.
actually pretty quick.
Not bad.
It was one day, it was just sitting outside, and then I saw it on your Instagram feed, and now it's...
Here it is. We're gonna go ahead, warm up the car again, do some final horsepower numbers, and then go for a rip. It just made 527 horse and 584 foot-pounds of torque. And that was essentially on like 28 pounds of boost. Turned up the boost a little bit more. She made some good power. 527. This thing's gonna freaking absolutely rip. I don't know. Did he see the power? Oh, tell us.
So loud. Why does it got a whistle, bro? I'm gonna make whoever gets this car deaf, dude. You gotta have to sell earplugs with this thing, dude. That's so sick. I like how his screen has like a dyno built into it. Let's make it 5. Get your shirts today. What happened?
728-ish. Also, we let it cool down. Because all the runs that we were doing before, was when it was like, you know, kind of hot lapping it, just dialing in some of the boost. We let it sit for an hour, let it cool down, get everything good. 527 horse, 580. 500, is that 548? 584 pounds of torque.
I don't know, man. I shouldn't have come here. Now I'm having seller's remorse. Good job on this, dude. Thank you so much for finishing this car. Like, actually,
Ready?
part of me was worried it was gonna be one of Trevor's victims. It was gonna sit outside for years and years.
Don't say that. Like I do know there has been some cars that I've bought and have sat around. I do think this one sat outside for at least 6 months.
Not too long though.
Like we literally started this build basically the beginning of April.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's the 26th of April. Only a couple days left to the giveaway.
I would have had like probably 1,000 issues with this car. You know what I mean? Like, you ever work on something and you fix it and it feels like even though you took 1 step forward, now you are 2 steps back and you're just chasing everything around the car. Yo, whoever wins this car, hit me up. I'll buy it back. That's an option too. You can just call me or hit me up. I'll buy it. Because this thing's... Damn, Trev. You did a bang up job on this thing, dude. Persistent with this. Like, I've known you, like, indirectly since I was like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
Back when you were driving this car.
I remember
at the drift events.
I went to a drift event at IMI.
Yeah.
And I seen you and I was like, there's this kid.
Yeah.
You know, how old are you?
Dude, I'm 31 now, but that was,
So
I was like
you're
22.
I guess I was the same. I was a kid at the time too. But you had the red 240 hatch.
Yeah, spray painted.
I think you drove it to IMI and you had like your helmet on the roof. And I remember you like leaving the parking lot and I watched it just fall off and you drive away.
Dude.
And I was just like,
so funny.
And then like, I think we became friends on Facebook and then like we've been friends ever since then, so.
I remember I'm leaving the event. That's so funny you say that. I'm leaving the event and some dude's like trying to wave me down and I just had such a great day because I don't know if you remember, that car was a single cam, open diff, like, and I think I was out there respectively killing it for like what the car was. I was just so hyped on the day and I thought people were just like, yo, like, see ya. No, they're trying to tell me I got a helmet on my roof and I just keep going.
Yeah.
And yeah, somebody messaged me on Facebook and was like, hey, like your helmet was on your roof when you drove away. And I didn't see it, just like a $80 helmet from Walmart or something, but it's so funny that you say that. That brought like so many memories back.
That's my first memory of you. But yeah, and the crazy thing is, he was messaging me like a year and a half ago telling me to buy this. He's like, hey, buy this car. I know it would be good for you. Like, you could finish it. Like, this is your bread and butter. I was like, I don't really know. And I seen it on market. You had it on Marketplace for a year.
Dude, I had a guy ready to come give me 12 grand for the car, and then I backed out. I didn't want to sell it anymore.
And then a year later,
you ever do that? You ever kind of like, nah, I'm gonna hold off? But dude, good shit on this car. You did a wonderful job. I can't wait to drive it and actually see what it feels like when I'm sitting in the passenger seat, let alone driving it. That'll be very nice. I don't like
other than
cars rough.
I'll probably do the GoPro on the inside and then we'll put the stick on the back. Ready? We got a 360 cam, so we're gonna do the Forza footage. We're gonna set that up and then we're gonna go for a drive.
Does it ever wear off, like getting a car like this and then building it
and then driving it for
the first time?
I mean,
like, does it feel the same like now as it did when you were doing this 10 years ago?
No. It is kind of normal to a certain extent, but it is like, that is my favorite part, is like doing this stuff. Firing it up, driving it. I love the dyno. And I like the dyno stuff because it's like I know when, if it's good on the dyno, then it's gonna be good on the street. So it's like normally a lot of first drives kind of suck because you're like, you spend so much time like dialing in the tune isn't right, whatever, but it's like cool. Like we get it run, I get like a little base map on it, we drive it up the street, make sure the car's like working. We go straight to the dyno, figure out all of the issues on the dyno, then usually after that first drive, after that's really good. Dialed. So this is gonna be a lower boost. We turn the duty cycle down. Fast. Well, especially when you go from like pushing something around to, you know, to driving it. Yeah. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. $500 right here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we negotiated.
That's what it is.
I was at $500 less than where he wanted to be, and I was like, look, like the big thing is you wanted to see it done, and I was like, all right, yeah, we'll get her done and come check it out. Different over here. It's a different feeling than like a new car. I love it. It's everything that you feel. Yeah. It's so raw. It is. It's so raw. And it's funny because we're not even going that fast, but I feel like I'm doing like 1,000 miles an hour. Well, just the noises too. Yeah. Like you hear all the turbo and the blow-off valve and everything just screaming at you. Kind of like build cars like this, and then whoever is just fortunate enough to win it. Yeah. Well, this is this is pretty much what we do in like a winter video, except for they drive the car. They get to drive the car home. I know. That's the sad part. Is it's like. Well, at least I get to feel what the winner of the car gets to feel, and well, you get to see like, you know, thank you, thank you, bro. Yeah. Well, thanks for sounding to me, and like, you know, I'm glad we were able to bring it all together, because I know, you know, this thing could have sat in somebody's garage for another 5 years, you know, and like, yeah, I would have sold it to somebody, and they would have been the same thing with me. Yeah, or parted it out, or did whatever. And I hate that, man. I'm not a fan of that. Well, we considered it. I was looking at the parts, and I was like, man, I don't know about it. It's your car, but like, yeah. was like, Mark III, I don't know, should we build it? Should we do a giveaway? And I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. See how
Specialty
it goes.
barn find back there that we're talking about. That's what needs to be next, man.
You could flip around in this one, or unless you want to drive it a little bit more, you can. This road's really cool too.
Yeah, dude, it really is. Really smooth for a Colorado road, you know.
Yeah.
We have terrible roads out here, and this is actually a very good road.
Yeah, this hill comes up quick.
This car is so good.
Look at the marks in the road.
I know, look at that. You can see back when you get back on power right here.
That's crazy.
Thank you so much for letting me drive this, Trevor. I'm envious of whoever wins this car, man, but please.
Look at the marks in the road.
I do want to buy a shirt or something.
Yeah, you need to.
I want to get entered on this bad boy.
I mean, everything, like the tune seems super dialed, like everything is
It runs
really
so healthy. I mean, like, it's kind of like a gamble with these kinds of cars because you don't know just how healthy of an engine you're getting. And dude, I don't even hear a misfire when it idles.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like a sewing machine.
Yeah.
You know?
It hums, man. Good job.
This is something that, like you said, normally people don't get to do this, you know? They don't get to drive their car that they sold or whatever, you know? Like, and that's why, like, that was a negotiation thing, because the big thing when you were telling me about it, you're like, man, I just want to see it done, like, but I just don't have the resources, I don't have the time, and like, I don't want to sell it because I want to see what it's like, and
now I got to see what it's like, and I don't got to worry about paying to do all the work. Yeah, man, this thing is sweet. 500 horsepower. Wow, what a
and that
car.
wasn't all of it either.
No? It's got more in there?
That was probably like 480.
That's crazy.
We left her down a little bit, so. Yeah, the next couple days we're just gonna do interior, all the little things, button it up, the wiring, get all like as many of the gauges working as we can, and go from there. So.
But I've never gotten to drive a 1J before.
They're definitely different. You know, they're lower compression, they're smaller displacement. It's a heavy car, but like as soon as she's in boost, she's ripping.
Yeah,
you know. I'm really curious how this would compare to like a 7M, because 7M, you know, these cars from the factory, they came with a 3-liter turbo with a small turbo, it's a CT28.
Right.
And I mean, I think people make decent power on those.
I see when I was like, you know, in the process of trying to source parts and every little thing for this car in the Mark III forums on Facebook, there was a lot of 7M guys, and they were making 800 horsepower.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they had issues on some of these engines, but
like 2J is kind of the way to go. But even then, like a 2J is like lower compression, like, you know, 8.5 to 1 or whatever. And this is probably similar, 8.5 to 1, 9 to 1 compression. You know, in factory they have these small turbos that spool up pretty quick. You know,
right? Yeah, it's a
and
big
then,
boy. It takes a second to get up there, but once
but then,
it hits,
but
it
that's
hits.
like that. That's like that typical Supra.
Yeah.
You know, you wait for it, and then there it is, and you just have it screaming. So
let's get entered into a couple slots at least. I might
I
win this car back. Okay,
that would be crazy. Really wild.
That would be wild. The chances of that.
All right, guys. Well, I think that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys liked seeing Dakota ripping this thing. I enjoyed driving it. It feels freaking amazing. And one of you guys is going to be driving this thing home in potentially in as short as a week, because giveaway ends on Wednesday. We usually wait about 5 to 7 days to call the winner. We send all of the entries to our sweepstakes attorneys. They handle all that process. So if it is on April 30th or before April 30th, head over to motionautoTV.com or motionautoperformance.com. Again, a lot of the parts that we used in this build, the BC Racing coilovers, NRG steering wheel, Deechworks injectors, Garrett turbo, a lot of the stuff that we did on this thing, or mud flaps for your wife car. I keep saying that thing, an oil filter, an air filter, anything will get you automatic entries. You could be driving home this car. So appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to check out the website. We have a super bundle with 2 Mark III t-shirts with a bunch of bonus entries, as well as we have our VIP, which you get double entries, and our last winner was actually a VIP. So appreciate you guys watching. See you later.